Imagine this scenario. You wake up in the morning ready to start your day with a healthy ritual. You boil some water. You grab a tea bag from that familiar yellow or red box in your pantry, and you steep it. You think you're drinking liquid antioxidants. You think you're protecting your heart and your brain. But what if I told you that in that single cup, you are actually brewing a chemical cocktail of pesticides, heavy metals, and billions of microscopic plastic particles? This is not a conspiracy theory. This is what independent laboratory testing has found in some of the most popular tea brands sold in supermarkets right now. Brands that you have trusted for decades. Brands that advertise themselves as natural and pure. For a senior citizen whose body is already working hard to filter out toxins, this daily habit can be devastating. Today, we are going to conduct a forensic investigation into your teacup. We are going to expose the 7 specific brands that failed the safety tests, and more importantly, I will show you the only 2 safe alternatives you should be drinking. But before we name the brands, you need to understand exactly what is hiding inside that bag. The first hidden poison is something you cannot taste or smell: banned pesticides. Think about it. When you eat a banana, you peel it. When you eat an apple, you wash it. But with tea, you take dried leaves that have been sprayed with chemicals and you soak them in hot water. You are essentially making a pesticide soup. The problem is that tea is rarely washed before it is dried. Whatever is sprayed on the leaf stays on the leaf. Independent investigations have found traces of pesticides like endosulfan and DDT in popular tea brands, chemicals that have been banned in the United States and Europe for years due to their link to cancer and neurological damage. Yet they still show up in your cup because the tea is imported from countries with loose regulations. And it gets worse. The second hidden enemy is even more dangerous for the aging brain: heavy metals, specifically lead and aluminum. Tea plants are known as hyperaccumulators. This means they are very good at sucking up minerals from the soil. If that soil is polluted by industrial runoff, specifically in certain regions of China and India, the plant sucks up the lead and stores it in the leaves. When you steep that tea for more than 3 minutes, you're releasing those heavy metals into your water. For a young person, the liver might handle it. But for someone over 60, accumulation of aluminum and lead is directly linked to cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. You might think you're forgetting things because of age, but you might actually be slowly poisoning your neurons with every sip. But even if the tea leaves were clean, the container they come in might be the biggest threat of all. This brings us to the third and perhaps shocking scandal: the microplastic tea bag. In recent years, many premium brands switched from paper bags to those fancy silky pyramid bags. They look luxurious. They look like silk. But they are not silk. They're plastic, usually food-grade nylon or PET. A shocking study by McGill University found that steeping a single plastic tea bag at brewing temperature releases approximately 11.6 billion microplastics and 3.1 billion nanoplastics into a single cup. You are drinking liquid plastic. These particles enter your bloodstream, they lodge in your organs, and they disrupt your hormones. And the worst part? Some of the most expensive, respected brands use these bags. Now that you know the 3 poisons, pesticides, heavy metals, and plastics, we need to look at the specific boxes on your shelf. The first brand on our list is a household name, a giant yellow box that is probably in every diner in America, and its test results were alarming.
Let's begin our forensic audit with the most famous tea brand in the world. The one with the bright yellow box that is likely sitting in your kitchen right now: Lipton. For millions of seniors, Lipton is synonymous with tea. It is cheap, it is everywhere, and it is consistent. but independent investigations, including a major study by the CBC, found disturbing results. In testing involving multiple popular tea brands, the cheaper supermarket black and green teas consistently showed high levels of pesticide residues. One study found traces of over 20 different pesticides in a single box. Some of these chemicals are known carcinogens. Because these mass-market brands source their leaves from massive industrial farms around the world to keep costs down, quality control on chemicals is incredibly difficult. When you buy the cheapest tea on the shelf, you are not getting a bargain. You are getting the bottom of the barrel. But maybe you buy the fancy stuff. This brings us to the second brand type, the English classics like Twinings or Bigelow. These brands cultivate an image of royalty and premium quality. And while they are generally better than the bottom-tier dust, they have two major traps for the consumer. First, look at the ingredients list on your Earl Grey or vanilla chai. You will often see the words natural flavors or artificial flavors. This is a legal loophole. It often means the taste does not come from real bergamot oil or real vanilla bean, but from a chemical synthesized in a lab to trick your brain. Second, these premium lines are the biggest offenders for using those mesh plastic tea bags we discussed. You are paying a premium price to drink microplastics. Now, let's look at the third category, the herbal trap, often represented by brands like Celestial Seasonings. You see the sleepy bear on the box, you see the word herbal, and you assume it is pure medicine from nature. Do not be fooled. Unless that box specifically carries the USDA organic seal, those herbs are grown just like industrial corn or soy. They are sprayed. Independent testing in the past has flagged certain non-organic herbal teas for containing high levels of pesticides, even in gentle herbs like chamomile and peppermint. Just because it is caffeine-free does not mean it is chemical-free. You might be drinking a cup to relax your nervous system, but the toxins inside are doing the exact opposite. But however, the next category on our list is not just dirty, it is actively dangerous. We need to talk about diet teas and detox blends. You see these brands everywhere, promising to help you lose weight fast. Brands like Lipton Diet Green Tea or various skinny teas sold online. These teas often rely on a hidden ingredient called senna. Senna is not a fat burner. It is a harsh laxative. It works by irritating the lining of your colon to force your body to expel waste violently. It gives you the illusion of weight loss, but it is just water weight and inflammation. For a senior citizen, long-term use of senna can cause electrolyte imbalances that lead to heart arrhythmia, and it can permanently paralyze your bowel muscles, meaning you won't be able to go to the bathroom without it. If a tea promises to make you thin, throw it away. But even if you avoid the diet teas and the cheap yellow boxes, there is a hidden danger in the place you least expect it, your favorite coffee shop.
This brings us to category number 5, the coffee shop tea. Whether it is Starbucks, Tivana, or your local fancy cafe, Do not assume that a $5 cup of tea is safer than a 50-cent one. In fact, it might be worse. These chains often use the premium nylon sachets we warned you about earlier, guaranteeing a dose of microplastics with every order. But the bigger issue here is the sugar content. If you order a chai latte or a green tea frappuccino, you are not drinking tea. You are drinking a milkshake masked as health food. Some of these drinks contain more sugar than a can of soda. For a senior concerned with diabetes or inflammation, these drinks are a metabolic disaster. Stick to plain water at the coffee shop. Now, let's descend to the lowest quality tier possible. Category number 6, the restaurant iced tea. When you go to a fast food chain or a family diner and order the bottomless iced tea, you are drinking the dust of the tea industry. To make this tea cheap, manufacturers use the oldest, toughest leaves from the bottom of the tea plant. Here is the scientific problem with that. The tea plant naturally absorbs fluoride from the soil. The older the leaf, the more fluoride it accumulates. Cheap restaurant tea has been found to contain dangerously high levels of fluoride. While small amounts are fine for teeth, massive doses of fluoride are neurotoxic and can weaken your bones, leading to skeletal fluorosis. If it comes out of a soda fountain gun, do not drink it. The final danger category is one that breaks my heart because people drink it specifically to be healthy. Category number 7 is chemically decaffeinated tea. Many seniors switch to decaf to sleep better. It is a smart move, but you have to ask how that caffeine was removed. Cheap decaf brands use a process called direct solvent extraction. To get the caffeine out, they soak the tea leaves in methylene chloride, a harsh chemical that is literally used in paint strippers and degreasers. Although regulators say the residue is minimal, do you really want traces of paint stripper in your nightly cup of chamomile? It defeats the entire purpose of a detox. Always look for the words steam decaffeinated or water processed on the box. If it doesn't say that, assume it was chemically stripped. So, we have exposed the dirty 7. The cheap yellow boxes, the fake premium bags, the non-organic herbs, the diet laxatives, the sugary coffee shop blends, the fluoride-rich iced tea, and the chemically decaffeinated poison. You might be feeling like you can never drink tea again, but that is not true. Tea is still one of the healthiest beverages on the planet, if you buy the right kind. Now we are going to pivot to the solution. The first rule of safe tea drinking is simple, but it changes everything. Stop buying tea bags. The solution is loose leaf tea. When you buy whole, loose leaves, you solve half the problems instantly. You eliminate the plastic tea bag. You eliminate the glue and staples. And most importantly, you eliminate the dust. Whole leaves are generally higher quality, younger leaves that contain fewer heavy metals and more real antioxidants. It requires a simple metal strainer or a teapot, a $5 investment that protects your health for life. But simply switching to loose leaf is not enough to stop the pesticides. For that, you need to look for one specific seal.
To ensure that your tea is not a pesticide soup, you must look for the USDA organic seal. This is non-negotiable. Organic certification bans the use of synthetic pesticides, herbicides, and sewage sludge fertilizers. It is the only way to ensure that the leaf in your cup was grown in clean soil. If the box does not have that green and white seal, put it back on the shelf. So combining these two rules, loose leaf and organic, gives you the gold standard. But I know that sometimes you just want the convenience of a bag. You want to know exactly which brands you can trust to put in your shopping cart today. Based on safety testing, sourcing transparency, and packaging materials, here are the top safe alternatives that pass our inspection. Safe brand number 1 is Numi Organic Tea. Numi is widely available and they do almost everything right. Their teas are 100% organic. They use real fruits and flowers for flavor, not natural flavors synthesized in a lab. But most importantly, they use filter bags made from biodegradable hemp fiber. No plastic, no nylon, no GMO corn starch. It is just clean tea in a clean bag. Safe brand number 2 is Traditional Medicinals. You have likely seen these boxes in the pharmacy section. This brand treats tea as medicine. They use pharmacopoeia-grade herbs, which means the plants are tested for potency and purity. They are rigorous about testing for heavy metals and pesticides. Their bags are made from compostable manila hemp, and they are whitened without chlorine. If you are drinking peppermint tea for digestion or chamomile for sleep, this is the brand that actually delivers the medicinal benefit without the toxic load. Safe brand number 3, if you want to go the loose leaf route, is Rishi Tea. Rishi sets the standard for organic sourcing. They travel to the farms, they test the batches, and their jasmine tea is actually scented with real jasmine flowers, not a chemical spray. It is more expensive, yes, but remember, you are drinking the leaf itself. You get what you pay for. In conclusion, tea is a gift from nature. It has the power to protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and extend your life. But modern industry has corrupted it with plastic, poison, and profit-cutting shortcuts. Do not let them trick you. Throw away the yellow boxes. Throw away the diet teas. Throw away the plastic silk bags. Choose organic. Choose loose leaf when you can. And choose brands that respect your health. Your kidneys filter every drop of fluid you drink. Give them a break. Start today by making one simple switch, and your body will thank you for years to come. If this investigation opened your eyes to what is really in your pantry, please subscribe to the channel. We are committed to exposing the truths that the food industry tries to hide. Stay hydrated, stay educated, and I will see you in the next video.